Hello, my beautiful teddies. It's your favorite island doll, Winnie. It is early in the morning, maybe 9:40 something, almost 10 o'clock. And I'm outside with my beautiful son, giving him a walk. He loves nature just like his mama. So that's what we're doing. As you can see, my hair is a hot mess. But that's because I'm trying to give it a wash and go. And I am out of gel. So this is the perfect time, I feel, to try and make some flaxseed powder gel. Over the years, I've seen many people make flaxseed gel, flaxseed powder gel, and I'm like, yeah, this is the perfect time to test this out. And if you've watched my channel for a while, then you know when it comes to my natural hair journey, hair care stuff, I prefer products that don't have harsh ingredients in them, and things that are sulfate and paraben free, BPA free, things like that, you know. So this is perfect. Now this is my first time doing this, so we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But yeah, so I'm gonna be making some flaxseed powder gel. And I love flaxseed. I eat flaxseed, I chai seed in my cereals and stuff like that all the time. So of course I have some on hand. And yeah, let's see what happens. Alright guys, so we're jumping straight into this DIY of making flaxseed powder gel. This is my measuring cup. I normally eyeball things the black way, but I'm measuring for you guys, and this is the storage jar I'm going to be using. Most people use an applicator bottle, but we don't have that, so we're using what we have. And of course, this is the flaxseed powder that I'm going to be using to make my flaxseed powder gel. Now let's get into this DIY. Before we get into the process of making it, I just want to add, if you're interested in me making the gel from the flaxseed themselves, be sure to comment down below and I will be happy to do that. So jumping straight into the process of our DIY, after searching the all-knowing Google and attending the best university ever called the School of YouTube, this was the most simple way I found to make flaxseed powder. And you only need two products, which are water and of course your flaxseed powder. Now getting into the measurements, all I used was 2 cups of water, and it depends on how much gel you want to make, but I used 1/4 of flaxseed powder. Now the best thing about this DIY, like I was stating, is you only need the 2 products, which are your water and your flaxseed powder, unless you want to live it up and add essential oils, but we're sticking to the basics. So right here, after I let my water come to a boil, it said that you're supposed to start mixing it so that it doesn't get any clumps and you can get all of the contents out of your flaxseed powder. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get back to you guys. So at this point, I've had my flaxseed powder boiling in water for maybe 10 to 14 minutes, I want to say. But I came back to check on it to make sure that there wasn't any particles like clumping up together, because I want to get all of the substance out of it, and also mixing it from off of the side of the pot, because I noticed that the flaxseed started to stick on the sides of the pot. But you can see the white foaming in the center, and that is the content that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove down to medium heat, continue to stir for a little bit, and get back to you. Checking in on my DIY, I noticed that it really was starting to boil up, you guys. And so I decided to mix it again some more. And at this point now, when you see your foam really coming together like that, it said that that's when you know you can turn your stove on a low heat. So I'm gonna mix it some more, then turn on low heat, and I will low heat, getting tongue-tied, and then I will go ahead and cut my stove off and let it cool. And the cooling process is when you really start to see your gel forming, because then you really get to see the substance you were able to boil out of your flaxseed powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then get back to you guys in the cooling process. Alright, so our stove has been off for about 18 minutes now. It's still pretty hot. You can see the steam coming from it, but that glossy top on top of it is that mucusy gel that we need. I know it sounds gross, but that's the best way I can explain it. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit longer and then check back on it. Alright guys, so at this point now, my flaxseed powder has been sitting here for about 45 minutes, call it about 35 to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and strain this. Alright guys, so remember I was talking about that mucusy content? Yeah, so that is actually the flaxseed powder gel that we need. So I'm just gonna go ahead and continue to strain this out as best as I can and get back to you guys. So at this point now, I've already strained my flaxseed powder gel and began putting it into my storage container. So here I'm just showing you the consistency of the gel I was able to make, which is perfect for me. And you guys, when it dries clear. Like you can't even see it on my hand. I'm super proud of myself for being able to pull this off on my first attempt. Now you may notice I'm actually straining again, and that's simply because I realized that even though the products I used to strain it the first time, which was an old stocking, and I forgot the name of the bag I used, a lot of the flaxseed powder was still seeping through. So I decided to strain it again with this little baggie here, and it's working perfectly. I'm getting more of the clear gel into the bag. And one thing I should note is that it said that if you want your gel to be thicker, you actually let it sit longer, and the longer you let it sit, the thicker it will get. But this consistency is perfect for me. And also something else to know is that if you refrigerate this flaxseed powder gel, you're able to use it from between 3 to 4 weeks. However, if you do not refrigerate it, it said that you'd only probably be able to get about maybe 2 weeks used out of it. So I'm definitely going to be refrigerating this, and yeah, I'm super proud of myself with this first attempt. So I'm just gonna continue to strain this out and then get back to you. Alright guys, so for some reason this part of the video's audio got distorted, so I'm going to have to voice over. But basically I'm just talking about successfully completing this DIY of making organic flaxseed powder gel. Yay! So you can use this on your skin, but I'm going to be using it in my hair. And if you're interested in seeing the results of how it works in my hair, be sure to comment down below and I will be sure to update you guys. Definitely comment down below the type of videos you want me to create, and as always, remember to be you unapologetically. And of course, be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Also hit the like button and share if you care. And as always guys, I will see you in the next video.